ET Quap and Snapfire. Every single one of these heroes contributes so much to the team fight. On the other side, like, it's a good Rubik game. They don't have, like, besides Queen of Pain, anyone that can, like, jump the backlines. There's so many good spells to steal. Just by looking at the draft, how it developed, I see a lot of counterpicking happening, a lot of protection that happened. Like Snapfire plus Tidehunter, that's a great combination. They responded with the Grimstroke, because you can't Kraken off the Phantom's Embrace. That's something that Tide is afraid of. But then once again, you have a Snapfire with the Lil Shredder who can instantly take it down, help the Tidehunter, and also like ET plus Luna, it's super strong. You're protecting your Luna with possibly, you know, enemy team. Maybe they want to get the Terrorblade as a counter pick. It's always going to be good with the reflection, how it works against Luna. And then in the end, OD. I think this hero has been underused. I think this hero has a ton of potential. It's a good OD game. Like, they have some ways of stopping the Meteor Hammer, which should be the build here. We have 5 versus 5. Let's go. Hype it up.
So you can take him down first. They're going to turn over to Zip Zapper, but he's not the target. PNC is going to be the target instead on No Bounty Hunter. As Team Bold, they'll easily win that one there. Gorg there doing it with one hand as well.
Yeah, I was just playing with the mouse and wasn't even using the keyboard.
Easy kill. Easy start to the game here as we'll see the lanes set up. So let's see what this OD can do. Shimra. A bit of a tough game after the beginning on his Storm last time round. Great start, great farm. Things did begin to fall off. We'll see if he's going to be able to keep himself ahead this time on the OD.
Because once OD hits that Meteor Hammer timing that Panel talked about, especially if he's off to a good start, it could be tricky. Like Queen of Pain, she just straight up dies. Like, if you're good enough, you know, these are professional e-gamers, professional players. You think that they can't miss. Most of the time they can't, but yeah. It's easy to execute relatively. We're talking about, you know, the good players. So I assume he's going to be hitting those most of the time. I would say 9 out of 10. If he's not being disrupted.
Let's see how the struggle's going to be in these side lanes. Who's going to have the tougher time? Good pressure will be able to be put onto Gorg's Luna here. Level 2's on before for the Rubik and the Mars. And a burst and ways to mess with the CS of the Luna. But Excellent is going to always be ready to get in and punch back. Trying to do his best already to take some attention away from Gorg.
Gorg with the first blood decided to go for Magic Wand, has 8 wand charges. ET in a bit of a trouble. Has Healing Salve to work with. We'll go back to full HP, boots of speed. Like, this is what you want to have on ET, so like you don't have to bite him. You bite him now, so you don't have to bite him later.
Let's just getting the pull off top. We'll see, you know, the top lane, of course, last game where we did see Team Bold able to hit some early action.
Pablo, Cookie is available.
He's going to be up to the high ground. Verifier popped as well. They'll try and take him down, but they haven't got quite enough damage from the low ground.
That would be pretty big if they get the kill. He needs to walk back to the lane. They use the sentry to get a glimpse of the vision. Still, Tidehunter getting some solo XP. This is the exactly thing you want to have. Try to get some pressure off your Tidehunter early on until he starts getting points in the Kraken Shell. He gets more levels. He gets a decent amount of strength per level, 3.5. And Pablo now will stack both camps for her Luna in the triangle. OD getting fairly low on a mid lane.
13 for 5 against the 16 for 3 there. So relatively close. Bottom lane exit is very low himself here, but PNC not quite able to get the angle. Oh, yes, a spear. It'll be enough damage on its own. Managed to take him out. Top lane Khan trying to stand tall against Zip Zapper. Not quite having enough damage to take down that Tide. Zip Zapper. Too tanky even at these early stages for the Sven to take out.
There is no Healing Salve on Pablo. There was one on Nikolica, but still Gush decided that it's enough. Still sitting at half HP.
He's going to keep Khan Pretty low here, just down to the last tango. Will struggle to close in on the creeps. Zip Zapper and Pablo, you can imagine that they will start to take over control of the momentum.
I like the build from Zip Zapper this time around. Decided to go for a small ring of protection. He understands where the damage is going to come from early on, and now straight into big ring of health, which means Hood. Panel talked about how Tide should be fairly unkillable. You know, in the early stages of the game, your big threat will always be that OD, the damage, the pure damage coming out from the Arcane Orb.
You can go here as Exon. He's tried to step up again, but BNC and Desire immediately taking him down now. A couple of deaths on the ET down bottom. It's going to make this lane harder and harder for Team Bold.
Luna still getting decent amount of farm. Very hard to kill. 16 warn charges. They've been spamming their spells. Sometimes it's okay to die if they can get something in return. Pablo once again on the top lane, same spot. Trying to make something happen, scouting out for any kind of stacks being made. There are no stacks yet for Dire team.
I see mid Shimra. Pablo. He's going to be able to jump across the trees here. Great cookie to set things up. Have enough damage after the Astral Excalibur. That's a little low on the mana, but the right clicks alone.
Oh. Nice, okay. Ring of Health, deny. Nah.
Very nice there by Nikolica. Deny onto the OD. He's going to try and look for Pablo. Pablo has got a cookie left.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
See if he's able to make it away from this one. Gonna have a level 2 nuke ready to go, and he lands it perfectly. Nikolica there coming in with a deny and the pickup of a kill.
Big play. I thought OD might just try to TP out, because once you put down Quap in Astral, you have enough time. There's not enough damage coming out from that Snapfire, and one more time, Exon dropping. That's third time in a row.
Increased potency.
Oh, Gorg, bottom lane, gets the stick off. Still not gonna be enough.
Yeah, this time around that lane, it's getting rough. It is indeed. As you said, a third death on the ET, and now Gorg himself also struggling.
He's still top of the CS, but might not be able to come back to a lane and feel secure. Exon, one more time, TP'd back to the bottom. He's trying to set up any kind of vision, potentially in the triangle, to see when Sven decides to go in there. Oh, the big hammer.
Excalibur. Shimra just dropping the ult, and Excalibur crumbles.
But he knew, I think that was like the most damage that he was supposed to do there. Knew exactly how much it's gonna take.
Excellent.
They need this kill.
They will manage to get one. Won't get BNC, but finally able to punch back here on the bottom lane, get a kills. Gorg's able to get involved in. Because that top lane pressure still being put on nicely by Zip Zapper. Has got the 6, the threat of the Ravage is ready.
Needs some kind of mana. He's bringing in Soul Ring. Okay, that's fine. A bit more tankiness, and then you can just pop the Soul Ring. You have enough HP regen to keep the mana sustained. Zip Zapper has been, I'd say, very impressive so far. Big hammer, that's going to be a kill on Pablo. He's trying to do as much damage as he can before he goes down.
See again down bottom. Another death on Exon. That inclusion of the arena now. Gorg at least, level 6. He'll look to farm in safer areas away from the action on the bottom lane that no bounty hunter have been very consistent at bringing.
Yeah. Stay away from action, stay away from action. Luna needs to caught up on the farm. 1 point in the Moonglaves. We'll start putting more, and now Mask is about to be delivered, so you're gonna have a bit more sustain. Cookie. It should be an easy one.
Very nicely done. In mid lane now. Action's really about to kick off. TP's coming in. As Exon tries to run up to the high ground, but BNC and Nikolica are around to back up Shimra. Team Bold, they won't be able to push on any further. And with the action drawn towards the mid Gorg, they'll head straight back down bottom. Look to get this Mask of Madness finished as soon as he can. Still great timing here on the farm. Top 2 net worth, both himself and that Tide. Exon, he's having a rough one here, a 5th death. As he is very much, he's just taking all that attention away from his cause. And
Yeah, too much
So far
attention.
it's working, but it is a lot of deaths. He's going to have a tough game.
Yeah, he's setting up Mars for a really, really good game. Mars so far, 42 CS, level 7, already got a kill with first arena, going into a Blink Dagger. But the top lane, this is a good move from Team Bold. I don't think there's going to be any kind of response. Tower going down a bit too quickly. They know there's Ravage online. Could have Defiance on Tide. A bit too tanky to kill at this point. Excalibur, level 7 Queen of Pain, no point in ulti yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still got some of their eyes around mid. Gorg farming close to the area as well.
Gorg sitting
Shimra.
under the ward.
Go for the setup onto Excalibur, but the stomp comes in from Exit. They'll look to try and turn things around. TP attempt from Shinra, but Gorg's in the neighborhood to put a stop to that with a Lucent Beam. As Shinra will get taken out. They go for a smoke here on Zip Zapper and Pablo. They want to try and sweep round and catch any members of No Bounty Hunter that do try and turn up for the defense.
It's a nice wraparound. Positioning from Pablo and Snapfire.
Dire structures
Pablo, Snapfire, and Zip Zapper's side. Cookie in.
They're going to look towards Nikolitsa at least. He'll turn quickly with the Phantom Embrace and the Ink Swell, but the stomp from Exum will catch the Grim. Further TP's coming in. BNC Arena down. He'll catch the 4 of them, but the Ravage into the Eclipse. Team Bolt, they're ready to defend.
Here comes
Stolen
Sven.
Ravage
But the
Desire.
pushback.
It's a little too late though. A cute attempt here from the Rubik, but it doesn't matter. As Team Bolt, they'll still take the fight.
It was a nice wraparound play. They understand, like Gork, even this, like Luna is usually not this active early on, especially if you have 2 point in beams. We will see it again. Zip Zapper, Cookie in. Tidehunter too tanky to get killed at this point. Even though Arena looked nice, the nice pushback from Queen of Pain managed to, like, once Sven joins, you're like, wow, this might end up badly, but the big stun. We can see the smiles.
Yeah, from Excalibur. So this is the thing, despite the early start, despite that bottom lane, we have quite a few deaths on Exon. Overall, things looking to be in a good spot here for Team Bold. Only 1k up, but all their 3 cores very much at the top. Gorg and the Luna nearly 1k ahead of the farm of this Sven. So the lead only going to continue to grow as long as Gorg can find those safe spots to be in. With his early items done. Mask of Madness kicking away the Dragon Lance and Ochre Glove away.
Sven might be able to catch up, considering that Luna put the point in Eclipse, put another point in Lucent Beam. So that's 1 point in Moonglaves. So that's gonna take a while. Farming the Ancients, it's not as fast as it is with the maxed out Glaives.
Have their eyes on Zip Zapper here, maybe thinking for a dive, but not gonna happen. Don't feel confident enough. Even with the Ravage not online, it's not an easy kill to get. I'll sit back. He's giving Gorg full control of his triangle. Same to be said though for Khan on the other side of the map.
Considering you have a Tide who almost can die, not gonna jinx it. You also want to leave the triangle to Luna so that he can recover.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
I want to see some moves from No Bounty Hunter. Mars, pretty strong with the arena. 2 supports. I love supports who can always do stuff around the map. I guess they're just afraid of the Tidehunter. They know Ravage is up once again.
Go. For BNC. He's going to come in with the Astral to buy him some time, but he's still caught in the splitter. Rest of No Bounty Hunter straight out of there. Without the Mars, they're sort of lead man right now. They have no interest in fighting. Farm game continues, but as you mentioned, indeed, you do see that Sven closing the gap. So it's going to be close between Khan and Gorg. And crossover very nearly done for the Sven.
Smoke, Nikolitsa and Shinra trying to get a kill. Scan connects, so they know someone Luna is in the triangle. Team Ball, they have one of the best heroes to protect the triangle with. You have ET, you have Tidehunter whenever Ravage is online, so you need to be very careful how you invade. Oh, Queen of Pain, she just blinked in. That's a kill.
He's going to go for it. There is backup coming in. Now they have the burst. Not quite with the Ink Swell and the dive, and they do, but now Shimra's had to put himself in a bit of an awkward position, diving in for that. So he gets the kill with the ultimate, but he loses his life for it. Gorg, the one to pick up the bounty on top of his head.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, 14 minutes in, it's time to try to take out this tower. Glyph fuse, they know it's going to reset, so trying to delay as much as possible. Big timing for them is going to be Mars picking up the Blink Dagger, so they need to play a bit more aggressive. Sven still needs to farm up. I want to see Sven this time around disassembling the Echo Saber, going into BKB back to Echo Saber. He wants to be ready a bit early on. Possibly like transition. Oh no, I was about to say, you know, maybe get to Roche, but Gorg picks up double damage.
He does.
Ravage still available.
Yeah, this is a hard Roche attempt to push into. This is going to fall very, very quickly here. Team Bold should have their hands on this, and with the money for the Roche as well, it's going to be pushing Zip Zapper very close to having the Blink Dagger done, as well as the Tide. There's excellent timings being hit by Team Bold. Things very much falling into place. See what No Bounty Hunter look to do now, trying to play into this Aegis and Ravage. Very tricky few minutes for them now.
With this Aegis, they should be able to get the tier 2 towers. There's also still a tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. Team Ball, they're super strong once they decide to group up.
They're just sort of waiting here. No Bounty Hunter in case Team Bold split up, but it's not going to be the case. Team Bold straight up towards the tier 2 top. They've got the wave pushed in nicely. They very much know that despite as close as it is on kills and gold, they are in a position that's very, very difficult for No Bounty Hunter to make moves into. To scout things out with the kisses here, looking for Desire, but Desire, nicely used smoke, will manage to keep his distance, at least for now. Zip Zapper.
Ravage him, just kidding, don't.
He was tempted.
A lot of things wasted. There was one smoke, there was also Snapfire ulti use. Snapfire very low, doesn't have any kind of region left.
I mean, BNC, he's managed to get round to the back of them and he's able to burst down Pablo. Walks down the Snapfire. Excalibur also caught off, separated on his side. Gorg's going to try and turn it with the ultimate, but it's not really doing a whole lot at all. No Bounty Hunter will just kite him out. And now they look to run him down, Gorg. And a spot of bother here, the splitter will be waited out by No Bounty Hunter, but BNC still in on top of Gorg. Zip Zapper does have the Ravage if he feels necessary.
I think they're done. I think they're just going to leave him there. Oh, but a nice play. Uses the hood and blinks out.
All right, dodges the spin. Zip Zapper, he steps out of it all.
Still, like, I don't think this should happen, considering that they have Aegis on Luna, they had the Eclipse available, they had Tidehunter with the Blink Dagger. They still want to take this fight. They know that there's no ulti on Sven, there's no arena, so it's time to go. Try to push and get the tier 2 tower. BNC in a bit of a trouble. Cookie still not available.
Not going to be able to get anything done there. Nicolitza against Zip Zapper, not wanting to go for any of the smaller targets, of course, saving his move for the big ones. Just trying to get themselves back up here and continue to play into this tier 2 tower with the remainder of the Sages. Just got to be a bit more careful than last time. Just getting a little too split out, and No Bounty Hunter did manage to do a great job of catching them off there. PNC in particular, sneaking in with the invis. They weren't quite ready for that, Team Bold.
Also, Pablo had no HP whatsoever. There was no Tranquil Boots, no nothing, just a casual Arcane. Didn't have anything to, you know, work with. Try to dig up something. Didn't get the healing salve, got the mango instead. It was ET, the good old bro. Like, I'll get you something. Now it's Christmas time approaching. Not lucky enough.
Afternoon restorative.
That's Khan's farm. That is the full BKB coming out from now. So it's going to be rather terrifying.
They have nothing. Like, they have Queen of Pain ulti splittered, but he can dodge that. He can come back into the fight. It will be a 9-second BKB. Disassembles the Echo Saber that we mentioned. And
Shimra
is fight ready.
He's hitting this. This creeps very close to the tower. He's dead for it. Sonic Wave completely off the mark there from Excalibur. They'll turn. Zip Zapper jumps in, but Excalibur goes down. Zip Zapper, he's got the backup of Gorg, but Khan with the BKB standing tall against the two of them. Gorg looks to run down Nikolica. Kites out Khan's BKB. Will now come to an end. Khan, turn with the stun. Spear pushes over Exen.
He's dropping low, but still in Eclipse.
Gorg trying to stand his ground against Khan, but Khan, he's still alive. Not enough damage in sort of the output of this Luna to take down Khan, as Khan's just able to walk away.
If Khan had the Mask of Madness ready, I think that's a bit of a different fight, because he already used it before. It's 25 mana, 16-second cooldown. I mean, let's see it again. I think he just popped it. Also, OD needs to be careful. He decided to go for a bit of a... Or I'm gonna say like defensive item, but the real defensive item here would be a BKB, so a bit surprised that he didn't go for it. We talked about how it's a good Ruby game, there's so many great spells to steal. Like if he had Mask of Madness there, he just pops the Tidehunter immediately.
I'll see you at the end. Khan was able to stand his ground. Exen falls, and Gorg, he's not quite got enough damage to bring down that Sven yet. A very, very close fight, though. No Bounty Hunter able to shake themselves ahead a bit here. 2K up. Team Bold needing to bring back together some of the cleanness of the execution that they did have in Game 1. This time round, no Bounty Hunter, very much shaking them up a bit. And this mid-game.
Because Khan is having a much better time compared to his CK game. There aren't as many counters to him playing the Sven. This will be a tier 2 tower for him. Will take the outpost. He went back to the Echo Saber. The amount of damage you deal with it, even after the nerf, cooldown increased from 5 to 6 seconds. It's still like a must-have item on certain heroes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So the plan is for Team Bold again, looking to play on this top half of the map. Haven't quite got a creep wave coming in on the mid, so the tier 2 isn't a possibility. It looks like they're just trying to play their best around Gorg, keep him secure as possible as he looks to work towards the Skadi. That's Khan, and halfway through.
You just love saying Khan, don't you?
I do. It's a good name. Got a good ring to it, Khan. He's close to the BK, the Blink Dagger. Once he has the Blink and the level 18, Team Bold are going to have some real struggles in these team fights.
Radiant are scanning.
Zip Zapper has Refresher queued up. I would love if that's Heaven's Halberd. Great against Sven, great against OD. Oh, a bit unfortunate.
And they may still get him. The kisses are coming in. He is going to be able to buy himself time with the Self-Astral. TP's in from no Bounty Hunter. They get the Stomp off. They'll blow up Shimra. Khan heads in. Sonic Wave pushes the two of them back. In they go with the Eclipse. Gorg's able to take down one. The Splitter catches Khan. Ravage comes off. Catches Nikolica out on the side. They're taking out 3. Khan's BKB coming to an end. He'll turn back over to one.
The big cleave.
Is going to be able to stand his ground this time. He is. This time round, Gorg will come out on top.
I mean, Tidehunter, he pops the Ravage. He knows that there's still Sven chasing him. Like, even with the like, he doesn't even have an armor item, has one neutral item, Dragon Scale, which kind of keeps him alive. Sven uses most of his BKB to try to take him down, but the rest of the team, Queen of Pain, can just completely ignore Sven and go for the backlines. Also, Shinra, Hero, and OD, like, they need OD to deal some kind of damage. What was the problem in the previous game? Both supports, like, they play very greedy on side of no Bounty Hunter. There are no Glimmer Capes, there are no Force Staffs, there's nothing that can be thrown, nothing that can save their cores once they get in trouble.
See Khan, strong as a start as he had there in the fight at the end, just coming together for Team Bold, much better as Khan's left isolated. Pablo is going to be able to jump in with a cookie, disrupt the combo there attempted by Shimra, now with the jump in from Excalibur. Stomp connection as well from X, and they may be even able to turn this into another one. The daggers out onto Desire. Rubik cannot run away from this. As Team Bold They hit back hard, a couple of kills, and now with the creep wave coming in and around on the bottom lane, they'll be able to get back on taking these objectives.
Oh, they're just tipping him real hard. Right now, OD dying 2 times in a row. I think it comes down to his itemization. I don't think anything was wrong if he decides to get a Meteor Hammer into a BKB just to be able to stand his ground, because there is so much magical damage. Oh,
We got
Sven
Khan.
popping the ulti.
He wants to go, he's going to jump in straight away onto Excalibur. Excalibur's going to be able to get the blink off. They kite the initiation of Khan and his BKB. As now he's got to run. BKB starts to come to an end. The kisses getting a few connections onto him. So Team Bold's able to get him round the tier 2 tower. Further TP's coming into play. BNC turns for the spear, but he's going to miss. Doesn't catch Gorg.
That was not even close.
Zip Zapper standing on the front as well, as makes it very hard for them to get him. But again, another usage of the BKB. They're falling a little bit flat on his face there, Khan. Not able to get the kill done.
That's a 6-second BKB on Sven right now, which will start to be problematic. Also, Queen of Pain can just push you. It's like 3 seconds of disable during your BKB, so you need to be very careful about that one as well. And to go back to OD, like skipping out the BKB is what kind of cost them the advantage that they had in the first 15 minutes of the game. Hurricane Pike is nice, but you need to think, like, can I protect myself if my team can protect me? Look at the items. Both supports, they have Ether Lens. So that's extremely greedy. Ooh. Oh, the dodge.
He gets away from the initial ravage. He's now going to look to try and turn, but they will get the job done. Spells missed, but the kill's not lost.
Roche just spawned. They can go in. This is pretty much the perfect timing. Gorg ready to go in. I don't think you can take the fight without OD. Once again, they killed him 3 times in a row.
Look at that
He's not going to
slide.
get his BKB anytime soon.
Doing his best to dodge the aggression, but indeed, Team Bold really shutting down Shimra now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This Roche will be theirs. Illusion Rune as well, waiting outside the pit. BNC's going to jump in, try and put a stop to it. Does actually manage to get the kill on Roche, but Gorg's still able to pick up that Aegis. Eclipse is out.
Oh, Sven, no BKB for him.
Oh, didn't get it off. Cardi's down and out. BNC as well, soon to follow.
Oh, it's just falling apart for them.
It really is.
Snapfire, Pablo, surprise him there with the shard. It's a long duration stun.
Very neat little counterplay, but it's not enough damage. Excalibur's able to blink out, despite Desai's best efforts there with the stolen Eclipse. The Eclipse as well dropped by Shimra. It was not enough, and now Excalibur's ready to go back in. They surround Shimra, 4 dead. No Bounty Hunter, losing complete control of this game.
They didn't even get the Aegis off. Luna decided to pick up the shard, which is something that Luna players also buy themselves, especially if they feel like they're so far ahead, if they didn't kill the early Roche, that this might just be the game if they manage to win one more fight here, because OD's dead for 25, Sven's dead for 20, Ravage will be back online in 40. Once the tier 3 tower drops, it's gonna be easy peasy for Luna to take care of the buildings.
Easy racks here in the mid lane for Gorg and the lads. They'll take that down, 7k lead. Still 3.5 minutes, of course, with that Aegis, so could look to push on another side lane with the tier 2's already taken down. No Bounty Hunter, they cannot afford another bad fight. Khan, a lot of pressure on him to get the job done with when he chooses to pot that BKB in God Strength. He's not getting kills during that magic immunity. Is the point where the fight will fall flat on its face and Gorg will be able to do the cleanup job.
Team Bolt still sticking on the high ground, thinking about going in possibly. Waiting for ultis to reset. Eclipse ready right now, Snapfire ulti ready. The only green dot that they don't have is the Earth Splitter. Gem picked up by ET, which means that they're not going to be any kind of wards. They can control the enemy triangle, skip the creep waves. They feel super strong right now. They have 1 observer on the high ground if they decide to backstab without a smoke. OD teeping in.
Let's see how they start
Radiant's
things off.
top tower is under
It's just a
attack.
poke from Team Bold. We're going to have to wait a bit of time for the next creep wave. As they still have very comfortable couple of minutes on this Aegis for them to play with.
There's a big difference what the two supports provide right now. Finally, Rubik picked up some kind of a defensive tool. That's his Aghanim Shard upgrade on Telekinesis. But I don't think it's enough at this point compared to what Team Bold has. You have Glimmer Cape, you have Snapfire with the Force Staff, with the Cookie. Like even a Psychic Headband could push out this. And there's so many things that they can just protect their cores with. Good spear.
They get the jump, but Zip Zap is in with the Ravage. BKB's out this time in time from Khan as he's able to pop the BKB turn and burst down Gorg the Wand. So if you can do it a second time, those Gorg. He's out at the Aegis, ready for round 2. BKB and Eclipse as they'll back immediately away from the barracks, but they're getting run down up towards the fountain as Gorg charges in. Takes out a couple of them. There'll be a buyback from BNC. See what they can catch with this. Shinra not quite able to get a grab onto Gorg, so they'll hold off for now. Again, Team Bold, but a bit of damage done to the tier 3 and a buyback forced out of BNC's Mars. Full Satanic on Gorg now.
I feel like they should just try to go in. Once again, they know this Sven doesn't have ulti. His damage output is very limited. OD getting jumped on.
I'll see them turn, but BKB's out from Excalibur. They're ready to move in on to BNC. BNC in trouble as he bought back for this. He'll go down, so will Shimra. As Shimra will buy back, but no way for Desire or BNC to re-enter the action. Shimra, as well, as soon as he's come in, looking to be in a whole world of pain here as they just run down No Bounty Hunter back towards their fountain. As there is no escape for them whatsoever. Everybody dead on No Bounty Hunter. GG is called. Team Bold with a very nice wrap up there of Game 2, the series. It's all theirs.
Yeah, they show, like, just by looking at the names,